The crimson sand of Kepler 442b swirled in violent eddies as the sleek Zephyrian warship descended through the planet's turbulent atmosphere. Commander Zarathix adjusted her biomechanical armor, its obsidian plates gleaming under the alien sun's harsh light. Her species had conquered 17 star systems, each victory methodical and absolute. Today would be no different. The human colony of New Haven sprawled before her like a defiant scar on the planet's surface. Intelligence reports indicated minimal defensive capabilities, a farming settlement of barely 3,000 souls. The Zephyrian High Command had deemed it unworthy of a full invasion fleet. A single warrior would suffice for what they termed a cleansing demonstration. Zarathix was that warrior. Standing 7 feet tall with razor-sharp claws and skin that shifted between deep purple and midnight black depending on her emotional state, she embodied everything that had made the Zephyrian Empire the terror of the Outer Rim. Her people were bred for war, genetically modified over millennia to become perfect killing machines. They knew only dominance and submission. There was no middle ground. Her transport touched down on the colony's outskirts with barely a whisper. The humans, as expected, had detected her approach. She could see their crude defensive formations taking shape through her helmet's tactical display. Plasma rifles, kinetic barriers, even some primitive missile systems. Laughable. Zarathix stepped onto the alien soil and began her approach. The plan was simple. Demonstrate Zephyrian superiority by single-handedly dismantling their defenses, then offer them the choice, submit or face annihilation. It was a ritual as old as her species' expansion into space. The first line of human defenders opened fire when she reached their perimeter. Energy bolts and projectiles peppered the ground around her as she advanced with casual indifference. Her personal shield absorbed everything they threw at her, the absorbed energy only making her armor's power cells stronger. She returned fire with precise, non-lethal shots, enough to disable but not kill. Not yet. Within minutes, she had carved through their outer defenses like a blade through silk. Human soldiers lay stunned or wounded but alive around her. The Zephyrian way was to offer mercy to those who fought bravely before the final ultimatum. She approached the colony's central plaza, where the remaining defenders had gathered. Her tactical analysis indicated approximately 200 humans, led by what appeared to be a middle-aged male in civilian clothes. No armor, no visible weapons. Either their commander was a coward, or humans were even more primitive than intelligence suggested. Zarathix deactivated her helmet, allowing her natural voice to carry across the plaza. When Zephyrians prepared for formal combat declarations, tradition demanded they show their faces to prove they feared no retaliation. "I am Commander Zarathix of the Zephyrian Third Fleet," she announced, her voice carrying the harmonic undertones that made her species' speech sound both melodious and terrifying. "Your defenses have fallen. You will surrender this colony and submit to Zephyrian rule, or I will demonstrate why 17 star systems kneel before our empire." The human commander stepped forward. He was unremarkable by human standards. Brown hair graying at the temples, weathered skin that spoke of years under this planet's harsh sun, eyes the color of Earth's ancient oceans. He raised his hands in what she recognized as a gesture of parley. "I'm Mayor David Chen," he said, his voice surprisingly steady. "Before we discuss surrender, I have something to say." Zarathix's combat training screamed warnings. This was likely a stalling tactic while they prepared some desperate final gambit. Her claws extended slightly, ready to strike at the first sign of deception. "Speak quickly, human. My patience has limits." David Chen looked directly into her alien eyes, and what he said next shattered every tactical calculation, every piece of psychological warfare training, every assumption about cross-species interaction that Zarathix had ever learned. "You are very beautiful." The words hit her like a physical blow. Her skin, which had been cycling through aggressive combat colors, suddenly froze in a shade of deep violet that she hadn't displayed since her youth. Her claws retracted involuntarily. The harmonic undertones in her throat stopped working entirely. In all her battles across 17 star systems, no one had ever described a Zephyrian as beautiful. Fearsome, yes. Terrifying, absolutely. Magnificent in their destructive power, certainly. But beautiful. Her people were weapons of war, genetically sculpted for intimidation and lethality. Beauty was a concept reserved for art, for music, for the gentle things that had no place in a warrior's life. Yet this human male facing annihilation had looked at her, really looked at her, and seen something else entirely. Zarathik started, then stopped. Her vocal processors weren't responding correctly. Her hands, which had ended countless lives with surgical precision, trembled almost imperceptibly. David Chen continued, apparently oblivious to the psychological earthquake he had just triggered. I mean that sincerely. I've never seen anyone quite like you. The way the light catches your skin, how it changes color, it's remarkable. Almost like living art. The other humans behind him looked at their mayor as if he had lost his mind. The Zephyrian warrior could hear their whispered protests, their pleas for him to stop talking and start negotiating for their lives. They couldn't understand what had just happened. Neither could she. Zarathix had been engineered to process tactical information at superhuman speeds, to analyze threats and respond with lethal efficiency. But no Zephyrian military academy had prepared her for this scenario. Her combat algorithms kept searching for the trap, the hidden weapon, the deception behind his words. There was none. The human's biometric readings, visible through her enhanced senses, showed elevated stress but no deception markers. He meant what he said. He genuinely found her beautiful. For the first time in her military career, Commander Zarathix of the Zephyrian Third Fleet was completely, utterly frozen. Not by fear, not by superior firepower, not by tactical disadvantage, but by 3 simple words from a species she had been sent to conquer. The silence stretched between them like a bridge across impossible distances, while overhead, the alien sun continued its journey across the sky of a world where everything had just changed.